Assalamualaikum and hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Talk to Survive, where we talk about sexual assault. My name is Qhadija and I will be giving you a short tour on the basics of sexual assault. Before we start, I'd like to apologize for this really bad lighting. I'm in a dark room, so I had to open the window, but you know, sometimes people might just pass by with motorbikes and all. I mean, what can you do? So let's just start with the video. Let's go!
Please note that all facts and definitions being shared are from various organizations and articles. If you want to learn further about sexual assault and other issues relating to it, all the links to these websites are provided in the description below. Enjoy! It is any type of unwanted or inappropriate conduct of sexual nature that happens through force, threat of force, or creating an atmosphere of hostility and/or intimidation. In certain cases, rape can be considered to be part of an extended incident of sexual assault. Sexual assault refers to any unwanted sexual behavior that makes a person feel uncomfortable, threatened, or scared. It covers 3 categories: rape, child sexual abuse, and indecent assault. The definition of rape and sexual assault varies according to country and jurisdiction. Sexual assault is any sexual contact without consent. Malaysian law doesn't explicitly define sexual assault. However, the law criminalizes various forms of sexual assault. This includes outrage of modesty or molestation, penetration of the anus or vagina with an object without the person's consent, among other cases. Sexual harassment is any unwanted conduct of a sexual nature having the effect of verbal, non-verbal, visual, psychological, or physical harassment. Coercion refers to the continual asking to participate in a sexual act even after one has declined. What is consent? To put it simply, it means the presence of a yes and not the absence of a no. It can be understood as fries. F, or freely given, means a yes that means consent is voluntarily given and not given out of fear, intimidation, coercion, or fraud. R is reversible. You can change your mind at any moment, even if you're in the middle of a sexual act. I is for informed. You should understand what you're consenting to and also its implications. If your partner is not being truthful with you, for example, if he agreed to use a condom but did not, then this is not consent. E is enthusiastic. You should actually want to engage in a sexual activity and not because you are expected to. And lastly, S is specific. If you have consented to a specific sexual act, this does not mean you have also consented to other sexual acts. Verbal sexual assault refers to offensive or suggestive remarks, comments, jokes, jesting, kidding, sounds, as well as questioning. Visual assault is showing pornographic materials, drawing sex-based sketches, writing sex-based letters, and sexual exposure. The gestural form is layering or ogling, holding, hand signal, or sign language denoting sexual activity, and even persistent flirting. The physical form refers to inappropriate touching, patting, pinching, stroking, brushing up against the body, hugging, kissing, and fondling. And lastly, the psychological form of sexual assault refers to things such as repeated unwanted social invitations and even relentless proposals for dates or physical intimacy.
So in the modern world, especially in Malaysia, there are so many myths around what constitutes sexual assault. So we really need to equip ourselves with the actual facts. Fact: women who wear revealing clothes are not inviting rape. It can happen even to women who wear modest clothing, like even in a jubah, you know. And rape does not happen in response to provocative clothing or behavior. It's not because they're flirty or something. It happens because the perpetrator decides that his or her desires are more important than the victim's right to self-determination. Fact: a high percentage of rapists are actually acquaintances, friends, and relatives. Only an estimated 10% of rape cases are committed by strangers. So, rape commonly occurs in places where the survivors felt were safe places, you know, like with your friends and all, such as their homes and workplaces. They can be, you know. According to one of the statistics I found, 1 in 6 men have experienced sexual violence before the age of 18. Social stigma, you know, they can make it harder for men to report their cases. It is rare that someone lies about getting raped. Like, well, why? The truth is that the majority of rape survivors choose not to make a police report or talk about it in any way because of the social stigma yet again, and probably their own circumstances. Well, the fact is, the vast majority of children are sexually abused by someone they know and trust. It's rarely strangers. It is most often someone who has access to the child and builds some relationship of trust. So according to Straits Times Singapore, 1 in 10 Malaysian children, that is about 750,000 kids, mind you, they are sexually abused or assaulted.
Everyone reacts differently to sexual assault. Here are some ways sexual assault may affect its victims. Note, all of the following responses are considered normal: shock and denial, fear, silence, filled with anxiety, undergoing depression, feel guilty and blame oneself for their weak actions and response, having low self-esteem and feeling dirty, self-isolation, mood swings, and even often having nightmares and flashbacks of the assault.
So that's all for me today. So for a quick recap, we did the definitions of sexual assault, harassment, consent and coercion, the different forms of sexual assault. Is it raining? Sorry, it started raining. Yeah. The myths and facts surrounding sexual assault, and also the effects of sexual assault on its victims. And please do check out our other videos on the channel, because we want to shed more light on this subject and possibly, hopefully, break the stigma. That's all for me in this video. Again, I'm sorry for any shortcomings, and I see ya.
Stay safe, everyone. Goodbye.